What if I told you that the biggest difference between the rich and the poor isn't talent, luck, or even opportunity, but a single sentence that completely changes how they think about money? By the end of this video, you'll understand why working for money keeps you trapped, while making money work for you sets you free. Stay with me, because this insight could change your financial future forever. In Robert Kiyosaki's groundbreaking book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, there's a lesson so powerful that it separates the wealthy from everyone else. It's not about budgeting, saving, or even investing. It's about fundamentally rewiring how your brain thinks about the relationship between you and money. Today, we're diving deep into why the rich don't work for money. And more importantly, how you can apply this principle starting today, regardless of your current financial situation. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine two fathers, both intelligent, both hardworking, both caring deeply about their children's future. The first father, the poor dad, was highly educated, held a PhD, and climbed the corporate ladder. His advice was simple: go to school, get good grades, find a secure job with benefits. He believed in working hard for money, saving it, and living below your means. The second father, the rich dad, barely finished 8th grade but built a business empire. His philosophy was radically different. Don't work for money. Make money work for you. Here's the shocking part. The educated father struggled financially his entire life, while the 8th grade dropout became one of the wealthiest men in Hawaii. The difference wasn't intelligence or education. It was their relationship with money. Most people fall into what Kiyosaki calls the rat race. Picture this. You wake up, go to work, earn a paycheck, pay bills, and repeat. The harder you work, the more taxes you pay. The more you earn, the more you spend. It's an endless cycle where you're always trading time for money. But here's the brutal truth. There are only 24 hours in a day. No matter how much you increase your hourly rate, you're still fundamentally limited by time. A lawyer making $500 an hour is still trapped in the same system as someone making $15 an hour. They're both selling their time. The poor and middle class work for money. They think, I need more money, so I need to work more hours or find a higher paying job. This creates what Kiyosaki calls financial anxiety, the constant fear of not having enough. Now, let's flip the script. The rich think differently. They ask, how can I make money work for me instead of me working for money? This isn't just positive thinking. It's a complete mental framework shift. When you work for money, you're in the E quadrant, employee. When money works for you, you move to the I quadrant, investor, or the B quadrant, business owner. Let me give you a real example. Imagine two people, Sarah and Mike, both earning $50,000 a year. Sarah thinks like poor dad. She works overtime to earn more, puts money in a savings account earning 0.5% interest, and her financial growth is directly tied to how many hours she works. Mike thinks like rich dad. He takes a portion of his income and buys rental property. The rent covers the mortgage and gives him $200 monthly profit. He uses that profit to buy another property. In 5 years, Mike has 5 properties generating $1,000 monthly passive income. Sarah is still working the same job, just older and more tired. The difference? Sarah worked for money. Mike made money working for him. But why do most people get stuck in the employee mindset? Kiyosaki identifies 2 powerful emotions that control our financial decisions: fear and greed. Fear whispers, play it safe, get a secure job, don't take risks. This fear drives people to accept low-paying but secure jobs, to keep money in low-interest savings accounts, and to avoid anything that seems risky. Greed whispers, just a little more. If I make more money, I'll be happy. This greed drives people to work longer hours, take on more debt for lifestyle upgrades, and stay trapped in the cycle of working for money. The rich have learned to master these emotions. They don't let fear prevent them from taking calculated risks, and they don't let greed make them spend everything they earn. Instead, they develop what Kiyosaki calls financial intelligence, the ability to solve financial problems and create wealth through knowledge and strategy, not just hard work. Here's where Rich Dad dropped the knowledge bomb that changed everything. The rich acquire assets. The poor and middle class acquire liabilities that they think are assets. This sounds simple, but it's revolutionary. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. It's that simple. Your house. Unless it's generating rental income, it's a liability. It costs you mortgage payments, taxes, insurance, and maintenance. Your car? Liability. It depreciates and costs you money every month. Real assets include rental properties, businesses, stocks that pay dividends, bonds, royalties, and anything that generates passive income. Most people work their entire lives to buy liabilities they think are assets. They're proud of their big house and fancy car, not realizing these things are keeping them financially trapped. The rich focus on building a portfolio of assets. Every dollar they earn, they ask, how can I turn this into something that will make me more money while I sleep? This brings us to the holy grail of wealth building, passive income. This is money that flows to you regardless of whether you're working, sleeping, or on vacation. Robert Kiyosaki's goal was simple: build enough passive income to cover his expenses. Once your assets generate more money than you spend, you're financially free. You can choose to work because you want to, not because you have to. Let me share a story that illustrates this perfectly. There's a businessman who owned several laundromats. While his friends were working 60-hour weeks climbing the corporate ladder, he was making money 24/7. Every time someone put quarters in his machines, he made money. He wasn't there, he wasn't working, but money was flowing into his pocket. That's the power of making money work for you. Now you might be thinking, this sounds great, but I don't have money to buy rental properties or start businesses. Here's the beautiful truth. You can start exactly where you are. First, change your vocabulary. Stop saying, I can't afford it, and start asking, how can I afford it? The first statement shuts down your brain. The second forces it to find solutions. Second, start small. Can you buy one share of a dividend-paying stock? Can you create something and sell it online? Can you learn a skill that could generate side income? Every wealthy person started with their first dollar of passive income. Third, invest in your financial education. Read books, take courses, attend seminars. The rich invest in knowledge that teaches them how to make money work for them. Poor people watch TV and complain about their situation. Fourth, understand taxes. The rich know that employees pay the most taxes. Business owners and investors have legal ways to pay less. This isn't about avoiding taxes. It's about understanding the rules of the game. The lesson from Rich Dad, Poor Dad isn't that employment is bad or that everyone should quit their job tomorrow. It's about understanding that working for money alone will never make you wealthy. The rich don't work for money. They work to build assets that generate money. They understand that true wealth comes from passive income, not active income. Your job can be the vehicle that provides the capital to build your asset column. But never mistake your job for your path to wealth. Your path to wealth is learning to make money work for you. So here's my challenge for you. In the next 24 hours, identify one way you can start making money work for you. Maybe it's researching dividend stocks, looking into real estate investment trusts, or brainstorming a side business idea. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Your journey to financial freedom begins with changing how you think about money. If this video opened your eyes to a new way of thinking about wealth, smash that like button and subscribe for more content that challenges conventional financial wisdom. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's the first asset you're going to focus on building? The rich don't work for money. Now you know why. The question is, what are you going to do with this knowledge?